Hey, what is going on, guys? It's DK back at you with another video here to predict on the three-game CS:GO main slate on Monday. A couple things before I get into the video. If you're new to the channel, my name's DK. I make daily videos talking about NBA, NFL, XFL, and now esports for daily fantasy. So yeah, we got a three-game slate in our hands. So let's just jump right into it. First, let's look back here at my lineup from what was that Friday slate when I made a video. So. This is my final lineup with Breezy, Hunter, K. Serrato, Nico, Kiekert, and Rops. Yeah, so this slate was a little bit different because there was a lot of value. A lot of the value plays I talked about crushed it. Kiekert and Jamie were huge, as well as K. Serrato was pretty solid for value. On this slate, it's going to be a little bit trickier. DraftKings made it, or did a good job pricing, so it's definitely going to be more difficult to make a lineup on this slate. We'll talk about that more in a sec here. Yeah, like I said, I got in the cash here in the big, I think it was the $10 tournament. I ended up winning 15 off 10. Nothing crazy. Again, I'm still easing my way into it because I'm still learning it myself. But I've watched a lot of CSGO this past week. So I'm going to continue with the CSGO videos for now. Maybe put the League of Legends videos on pause just because I haven't really got to watch a whole lot. Whereas this, I've been watching a lot and I feel a little bit more confident. So that's kind of the recap there of the Friday slate. Before we get into looking at this the slate for Monday, let's take a look at some Vegas odds here. So they are now in phase 2 of the ESL. So there was, I think, 24 teams. They cut it down to 6. The top 6 advanced. So these are the 3 matchups for tomorrow. Australis versus Fnatic. Australis is minus 210 favorites, so pretty heavy favorites. We'll just call them NV. Natus Vensari? Yeah, don't really know how to pronounce that. They are the biggest favorites on the slate right now at minus 265 over OG. And then FaZe Clan and Mouse Esports is going to be the toss-up, right? This is basic coin flip right now, minus 110 to minus 115. So that's the game that's kind of going to swing the slate, in my opinion. But, all right, let's take a look at the salaries here. So, again, on CSGO, you had to play 1 captain and 5 flex players. So, normally on these small slates, like the late slates for CSGO, usually a 3-3 stack wins it. In like a 2-0 fashion, because, again, there's the GLA where if a team dominates, say they win, I don't know, 20 rounds, or they win 16 rounds to 4. They still get extra points for if they would have played the 30 rounds, right? So it's multiplied by whatever rounds they play and then divided by 30, I think it is, or the other way around, I forget. But either way, if a team blows out another team, it's still good. You'll still get the amount of points they would have played if they would have played the full 30 rounds. Again, it's a best of 3. Each game is best to first team to 16, so best of 30. All right, so again, the 2 big favorites right now are Astralis and Envy. Envy, huge favorites, right? Almost minus 300. So those are the 2 teams you're going to want to target, but it makes it tricky because DraftKings did a good job really pricing them up. So, well, first let's just look at the first game here, FNC versus A. FNC, honestly, not a whole lot I'm super excited about here. They are pretty big underdogs. The one player I would take a shot on is Brolin, but 8.2K. Don't really want to pay up for a losing or a team that should be on the losing end. Now again, this is a little bit different than League of Legends, right? League of Legends, unless it's like a really small slate, you never want to play someone on a losing team. On CSGO, you can. We have seen big games from losing players, but it's a little bit more rare, right? So Hunter here, I'm pretty sure they got 2-0. He still put up 95 fancy points. So that was more of an anomaly, but it still can happen, right? So you don't want to just avoid the teams that you expect to lose. I think they are more viable. And again, on this slate, the way the pricing is, it makes it a little bit tricky. So Brolin is the guy the one guy I would take a shot on, but don't think I want to go there on this slate. Everyone else, it's probably a stay away. Again, minus 220, they're pretty big favorites right now, Astralis. So, yeah, FNC might be a team that I stay away from. Now, as for us, there is a little bit more to like, obviously, right? They're pretty heavy Vegas favorites. Device Dupree and XYP9X are the three that stand out to me. Now, just for taking this price into consideration, I think XYP9X is the guy that really stands out here. He's had right now he's averaging 64.1 fantasy points per game, so the most on this team. Again, if you guys are curious of stats, you could always go to this website. Just like Google ESL Pro League. They have all the stats. So if we go to, let's go to the team. Let's see. They have like the KDs here for everyone. Yeah, I think right now XYP9X is going to be pretty popular, but he's the guy that really stands out to me. And then Device Dupree is almost a coin flip. But, yeah, those are the three that I want to target. I don't know if I get to Glave or Magix. Those will probably stay away from me. Again, on CSGO 2, there's normally probably two like the top two players, and then like a third. The bottom two players are usually guys that you want to avoid. But, again, the way the pricing is, you might have to take a shot on like one of those really cheap players. So we'll get to that more at the end of the video, I guess. Let's move on to OG and Navi. So OG, again, they're the biggest dogs in the slate right now at plus 215. So, yeah, it's going to be risky. The guy that I think I would take a shot on here would be Mantu. He seems to be their go-to guy right now. And as long as they don't get absolutely killed, I could see him putting up a decent performance and a loss. And he's only 6K. So he's someone I am actually keeping an eye on, someone I could take a shot on a team that I expect to lose, but maybe puts up a decent outing. Everyone else, probably not for me. I mean, Vlade looks okay, but I think, again, Mantu, I don't want to go crazy with stacking a team that I expect to lose. So I think Mantu would be the one guy that I would consider there. And I actually do have some interest. As long as they don't get killed, he could put up a decent performance in a game that I expect them to lose. Now, Navi here, this is a team that really obviously stands out. You're going to want exposure here. They're the heaviest favorites right now for Vegas at minus 290. And Simple is, right now, he looks like the best player in this league. He is putting up an insane, I think he's almost a 1.5 KD. Let me go to Navi here. Where is Simple? Yeah, 1.49 KD. So obviously him and Electronic are the two that really stands out, where everyone else is just kind of meh. So yeah, and they're the top two price players, but I really don't think I get away from Simple even at that price. He is the spend up I'm kind of prioritizing on the slate because I'm expecting a 2-0 here. And if they do it in dominating fashion, right, he could put up huge scores. So I do like Simple. I do like Electronic. As far as like going for a 3-man stack, if I wanted to put someone else in there, it probably would be one of these two, but the way they're priced, I don't know if I get there. So I think, again, Simple's the spend up I'm really prioritizing the slate. Electronic I do like as well. Those are their two main slayers. Those are their two top guys. This is a game that should win pretty easily. So I do like those two a lot for spend ups. Now we get to the last game. And again, this is the game that's going to turn the slate. This is the huge game because it's basically a coin flip. Let's talk about Mouse Esports. I was just watching them right now today, Sunday. They had a 2-0 against OG, but it was pretty close. Now, the two top guys that I like a lot are Rops and Frozen. Rops at 8.2K, Frozen at 7.8. Woxic is a third that I would consider because he is a guy that has putting up some decent numbers as well. Chris J and Kerrigan probably don't get to them at their respective prices. Now, again, one of those two can have an okay performance, and I guess you're going to have to take a shot in one of these cheap guys. So, do you want to go with the top guy in a losing team and hope he puts up a decent score, or do you want to go with the third or fourth guy on a team that you expect to win? That's kind of a toss up. It's close. So you could go with one of those cheaper guys, take a shot. You're going to have to, in my opinion, the way roster construction works. But yeah, Rops is the guy that. Again, this is basically a coin flip. So at 8.2K, him, Frozen at 7.8K, those are the two guys that are kind of leading the team. And they have, I believe they played FaZe. Yeah, they played FaZe. I think they won. Rops put up 63 fancy points, where Frozen put up 72. Now let's talk about FaZe here. So Nico at 9.2K. I know he's been great, right? He's putting up huge numbers. Still put up 98 there against Mouse Sports the last time they played. 103 and 106 against OG and VP, but those are two not great teams, I guess. I don't know. This might be where I think I could fade. So I could fade Nico at the top. It's tough at 9.2K. So if we look at everyone else in the slate, he is the most expensive player. I think I would prefer Simple. I know he hasn't put up as many fancy points, but this is a game they're just heavily favored, and he could put up a huge game. So maybe I'm in the minority here, but Nico, I don't know. I might fade him. You're going to have to, you're not going to be able to play all these guys at the top, right? There's no real standout value on the slate, so you're going to have to take some risks. Maybe that might be where I take a risk, fade Nico, and go for like a cheaper guy like Cold Zera, who I think does still have some upside here at 6.8K, or Brokey. Those are two guys I do have some interest in if I can't get to Nico, which I don't know if I'm going to be able to. And if we look at FaZe and their stats, where is FaZe here? FaZe Clan. Nico has been good, but only they have him at 1.16, whereas Cold Zera they have at 1.29. Now, I don't know if that's necessarily accurate. Maybe that's from like a last season or something. I'm not exactly sure because Nico's been better than a 1.16 KD, but at least you get somewhat of an idea of how players are, with their KD ratios with this page. So yeah, that might be where I spend down a little bit. If I can't get to Nico, go to Cold Zera. So that kind of wraps it up. And again, going with like a 3-3 stack in this is going to be really tricky because the teams I want to stack, Astralis and Navi, everyone is really, really expensive, right? The low guys are like 7K, and I don't even want to consider those guys. So it makes it tricky, right? I might try to do something like a 2-2-1-1 stack. I don't know. Roster construction is going to be difficult on this slate. And even the games that, this game is expected to be a coin flip, right? Mouse versus FaZe Clan, they're still expensive as well. So, yeah, I guess the value plays that really stand out to me. I don't know if it really stand out, but again, like Mantu, as long as they don't get killed, I could see him having a decent performance there at 6K. So he's someone I'm considering. I think Cold Zera at 6.8K is a viable, cheap option. I guess Kerrigan is only 4.2K. I know he's not a guy that's not going to put up huge numbers, but compared to everyone else on the slate, is that like the cheapest? He's the second cheapest, and that game is basically a coin flip. So, yeah, if you want a complete pump like Kerrigan or Chris J, I guess I don't hate the idea of doing that and like really spending up. So, say you want to go, say you want to get like the top guys, right? So, say you want like Nico, Simple, Device. Then you got 6.1K remaining. If you throw in a guy like someone here at the very bottom, like a Chris J or a Kerrigan, say we throw Kerrigan in there, then you have 7.1K remaining. You can feel pretty confident with your lineup, right? So could go that route as well and just go for like a complete punt and hope they just get like 30, 35 fancy points. But yeah, I think that basically wraps it up. Again, normally on these small sites, guys, you do want to do a 3-3 stack, but it just makes it tricky with the two teams that are heavily favorited are really priced up. So makes it almost impossible to do that. And then, the game should be a coin flip. The guys in that game as well are pretty priced up. So, yeah, roster construction is going to be really interesting. I think maybe something like a 2-2-1-1 is going to be something that I'll probably go with. I've been messing around with lineups a little bit here already, and that's something that I feel pretty decent about, right? The 2-2-1-1. So, yeah, I think that basically wraps it up, guys. If you have any questions, please leave in the comment section down below. I'm happy to answer them. Or you can hit me up on Twitter. My Twitter will be in the description below as well. But yeah, thanks again for everyone to come and check the video. Really do appreciate it. Hope you guys are all staying safe. We'll get through this, guys. And yeah, I will see you guys. I'll have a video up for Tuesday slate because I think we have another 3 games as well for Tuesday. Let's see, 4-7. Yep, it's another 3-game slate for Tuesday, so I'll have a video up for that as well. So thanks again for everyone. Come and check the video. I really do appreciate it. and I will see you guys all tomorrow.